walk. Christopher's here with his dad, Kelly. Kelly's the guy that operates the camera over there. Kelly's been carrying his pager in his hand for 13 years, hoping it's going to rain. Maybe Chris will talk to us about that. But I want to thank everybody for coming today. And I'm going to turn it over to Corinne, because Corinne has done a lot of work organizing this. So a round of applause for her, please.
I'd like to thank Kristopher again for coming and making our school part of this great event. And I'd also like to thank members of our community who are coming out to greet Kristopher. Joan Macklin is here representing Paul Macklin, who is our federal MP. We also have Joyce Robart here, who is representing Lou Rinaldi, who I'm sure you all know from our school because he's always a big part of everything, but he was unable to make it. I'd also like to thank all the other guests we have, members of the press who are here to expose this great event for Kristopher. I'm going to start now by handing it over to Kristopher, and he's going to talk to you guys. I'd ask you to please hold your questions until the end, and there will be time if you have any questions for Kristopher. Okay? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kristopher Knowles. I am 13 years old. I've been waiting for a liver my whole life. The disease that caused me needing a liver is called Biliary Atresia. It is a common disease among infants. Most infants die shortly after birth. So far, I've been fortunate enough to still be alive. I've been in and out of the hospital most of my life. I've had over 20 operations that saved my life. I'm doing this walk to bring awareness to the shortage of organ and tissue needed. I am walking across Canada to save the 4,000 men, women, and children that are in need of an organ. I am trying to inspire everybody to be an organ donor. Tell your friends and family that you want to be a donor. Please don't take your organs to heaven. God knows we need them here. And alone I can't do this, but together we can. Please make my wish come true. Thank you.
Okay, does anyone have any questions for Kristopher?
Sarnia.
Any other questions?
It'll take me a year. I'll finish December 25th in Toronto. I started on the 8th in my home parents' home on January.
Joyce Robart to talk on behalf of Lou Rinaldi. She would like to come up.
I'd like to bring greetings from Lou Rinaldi, who unfortunately is in Toronto today, but he sends greetings from Queen's Park. And he assured me that if I picked up a donor card, that he would actually fill it out after I talked to him regarding Kristopher's finish. And on his behalf, I'd like to present this token of his appreciation. Best wishes to Kristopher Knowles, and to travel on your journey across our fair country, raising awareness of the importance of organ donations. My hopes and prayers are with you. Your commitment to this daunting task is truly inspiring. May all Canadians take up your challenge to give this precious gift of life. Lou Rinaldi.
Okay, now with Joan Macklin.
Oh man. This is nothing compared to the last 18 years.
That's what I mean. Pretty special.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting Paul to be here today and accepting me in his place. I know that he would very much like to be here to encourage you, Kris, and to share our thoughts and our great impression of you, your patience, your courage, your determination, and most of all, your attitude. There's no doubt that you've been given a heavy load to carry. There's no doubt in my mind that you and your parents just had to accept that load. I think, though, that you had a choice in how you accepted that load. And you chose a very positive way to react by encouraging others to be organ donors. And not only are you working for yourself, but you're working for many, many other people who need the same transplant that you need. When I read about you and what you were doing, the words of Charles Swindoll came to mind, and I'd like to take an opportunity to read just a little bit of that. He wrote about attitude. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, I'm just picking out pieces that are particularly relevant for today. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on my life. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change the past. We cannot change the fact that people will react in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the string we have, and that's our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes. I'm not sure when those words were written, Kris, but I think that it seems like he peered into your life and then jotted them down as a lesson to all of us. You exemplify his thoughts. You are our role model for all of us. And you are proof that our young people are strong and powerful. I can't come close to delivering a message with the impact that Kris has given you. He needs a transplant. He needs our help, along with many, many other people. I wouldn't even begin to try to do that. But I will add my encouragement for you to think about being an organ donor, for you to talk to your family and friends about that. And you know, when you do that, you have to think about death, and you have to think about your own death. And that's not an easy thing to do. But I know Kris has done that, and if he can do that, so can the rest of us. Don't take your organs to heaven. I need them right here. Will always ring in my brain when I think of you, Kris. I believe in miracles, I believe in prayers, and so I believe that you will get a new liver, and you will do all of those things that you've not had a chance to do so far. It's been a pleasure to spend a little bit of time here with you. May God bless you, your family, George, and may God bless you for thinking about being organ donors. I'd like to commend all of those who are planning this trip across the country and those people who had input in planning this session today. And in closing, Kris, if you could come here, I have a certificate for you as well. It says, Kristopher Knowles, I wish to extend to you my sincere congratulations on receiving this recognition of your volunteer efforts. You have set an inspiring example of responsible participation